Hello, today we're going to create a virtual controller using RSLogix emulate. We're going to configure RSLinx with the communications path for the virtual controller, and we're going to create a little program that's going to use the virtual controller in order to execute code. So first thing to do is fire up RSLogix emulate, which I have open, and we're going to pick a slot. So in this case, slot 2. Then right click and create a RSLogix emulate 5000 controller in slot 2. This is going to be a version 19 controller firmware, and I'm just going to leave everything defaults set. So as you can see, we have now created the emulator controller. And the next step is to set up the communications path, so we'll do that inside RSLinx, and we're going to go to communications and configure drivers, and there's no communications drivers set up, so we're going to go to virtual backplane, RSLogix 5800, and we're going to add new. So this is a default name that Linx puts in, so we're just going to go with that. So if we go OK, and we're going to leave that slot 0 because that's the RSLinx path, and we're going to go OK, and you can see that the communications path is running, driver is running. We can close that and minimize that and get it out of the way. Okay, so now we have our controller set up and we have the RSLinx gateway set up. We can now create a little program. So we're going to make this really simple. So I want to go File, New. Conveniently, it's already popped in there. That's because I've just done that previously. And we want revision 19. So these are the 3 versions of Logix I have installed. You can only open a version of Logix that mates to your firmware. So I have version 16, 18 and 19 RSLogix installed. And I'm going to call this virtual controller. And the controller is in slot 2, and I'm going to OK that and create a program. So first thing I want to do is create a new routine. Actually, no, the first thing I do is create a couple of tags. So I'm going to create a dint called input. And I'm going to create one called output. Okay, and I'm going to create a new routine, and I'm going to call this 01 demo. Okay, and inside there I'm going to create a really basic switch on light bulb one. So that bit turns on this output coil, and obviously I need to tell this routine to run. So in main routine I'm going to add a JSR and just double click on it, and there's our demo routine. And now I'm going to configure the communications path. So I'm going to click on Who Active, and there's our controller. And I'm going to set the project path so I don't have to go through this palaver every time. and I'm going to go online. But because there's no point in going online, because there's nothing in the controller, I'm going to download to the controller. And you get the usual warnings about doing stuff online and things may happen. I'm going to download, and I'm currently in remote programs. So if I go back to the controller, you can see here that we're not in run. So if I put it into run, do I want to change it to run? Yep, you can see that we're now in run. So I go back to here and I toggle that. Our output comes on and it goes off. So that's it. We're done. It's that simple. Thank you for watching.